informal email writing. The email starts with greeting. Then paragraph 1. Here we write a short introduction and transition. In paragraph 2, you include the body. First bullet point can be mentioned here. In paragraph 3, second bullet point. In paragraph 4, third bullet point can be included. Then we come to conclusion. Then use an ending phrase. At last, write your first name as signature. Remember to write Dear plus first name of the recipient in the greeting. Like Dear Aman. One of the ways to write introduction is asking an apology. As an example, I'm sorry, I haven't written for ages, but I've been busy studying and haven't had the time. Another example, I'm sorry, I've been busy rehearsing for the school play. Or without an apology. As an example, it was lovely to get your email yesterday. Another example, it was great to hear from you last week. You may start with personal reference, such as I hope you're feeling better. I hope you've got over the flu. Then, for transition, you can use the words anyway or anyhow. For instance, Dear Sarah, I'm sorry I haven't written for ages, but I've been busy rehearsing my part for the school play. Anyway, I thought I would drop you a line to tell you about. Some other transition sentences can be like, I wanted to share a quick update with you about. I'm eager to share some exciting news with you. I thought you'd be interested to hear that. I couldn't wait to tell you about. In the body of the email, you can use different techniques to make your email very impressive and fluent. 1. Set the scene. Begin this part of the email by describing what was happening before and leading up to the main event. A good way to do this is by answering some of the following WH questions. Who were you with? What were you doing? Where were you? When were you? Why were you there? For example, I was walking home from school with Sarah on Tuesday. My mother and I had been in the city centre looking for a birthday present for Dad. Two. Include time sequence phrases. As you develop the story, try to introduce a selection of time sequence phrases to give chronology. We'd only just sat down at our desks when the fire alarm went off. The minute I walked into the room, I noticed something strange. Just as we were about to catch the bus, there was a deafening noise. As I opened the door, I heard a scream. 3. Use sequence phrases. Instead of relying on common transitional phrases like firstly, then, after that, or next, you can create a more engaging and natural flow in your writing by using real-life experienced language, such as in the morning, afternoon, evening, all afternoon, night, by this time, in the end. for the first time in my life. It only took a moment. About an hour later. Within no time. As fourth. Include feelings. Another feature of narrative writing is to describe your feelings at each stage of the event. I was disappointed to learn. I was horrified to realize. I was surprised to see. We were delighted to find. We were amazed to discover. Next. Include personalizing and support phrases. You know how frightened I am of being alone. You know how scared I am of spiders. I don't need to tell you how excited I was. As you can imagine, I was over the moon. You know me, I always panic in emergencies. You can involve your friend in the event to show personalizing. Such as, I wish you'd been there. It's a shame you weren't there. It's a pity you weren't there. To sign off the email, you may use love from, with love from, best wishes, yours, and then write your first name. Here is a question to write an email and a sample answer. Dear Yasmin, I'm sorry, I haven't written for ages, but I've been busy studying and haven't had the time. Anyway, I thought I would drop you a line to tell you about the craziest experience I had the other day. I was out hiking in the woods with a few friends. You know how frightened I am of being alone, but with them, I felt safe. We were high up on a beautiful trail, surrounded by towering trees and chirping birds. Just as we were about to catch the bus back, a sudden movement caught my attention. I turned to see what it was, and I was surprised to see a huge, sparkling blue butterfly fluttering right in front of me. It was enormous, with wings that seemed to shimmer like sapphires. I've never seen anything like it. We were delighted to find this rare and beautiful creature. My friends and I took pictures and carefully watched it for a while. We decided not to disturb it and let it continue its journey. I wish you'd been there to share this magical moment with us. It's a pity you weren't there to witness it. Catch up soon. With love, Amani.